away. Monkey Moon plays so close to his monitor. That is unbelievably close. Extra's about 2 miles away.
He's got to battle through all of G2, doing a good job.
Oh,
he does it! Oh, no. Get this jersey off!
Oh, my.
Oh, he's going to now. What can say? On the inside! What went wrong in the sweeping motion?
They scored more goals than we did.
That is true.
Mr. Thrays Bull, you get the whole day. Beautiful double tap by Complexity.
It's been way too long since we got to witness scenes like this on the biggest stage of all. But over 700 days since the Season 8 LAN in Madrid, Rocket League was finally ready for us to head to Sweden. What do you know, the hotel quarantine and stringent safety protocols were all well worth it. Here are our 10 favourite moments from the best RLCS LAN thus far. Number 10. Newer regions make their mark. We'd spent the last 2 years bickering over which OG region was the best in the world. Then on day 1, along came Middle East's Sandrock Gaming.
The arcade is making it look easy at the moment. Oh, that's wide open though. Ahmad, can he cover it?
what a save!
G2 will quite happily take it. Sandrock, they don't want to go there. Ahmad!
Before we could even peel our jaws from the floor, Oceania's Renegades, led by the unpredictable CJ, repeated the trick against Europe's #1 seed Endpoint.
Oh, what a demolition at the Cinco denied by the wall of OCE.
With both games on at once on the A and B stream, the moments combined set the Twitter sphere on fire. No longer seen as minor regions, these newer regions suddenly believed. Number 9. Tokyo Verdi have their moment. Asian teams have fought for years to join the RLCS, and this year, around 2 AM local time, the announcement they'd been dreaming of was finally made. One dominant season, 20 hours of flying and a few days quarantine later, the universally beloved Tokyo Verdi were ready to play their part in Sweden. In Series 1, they scored their first goal.
Wait a second.
Realize, Tokyo Verdi's got a lead.
In Series 2, they were competitive. Then came Series 3, their first on the main stream, against G2 Esports, where everyone but the biggest of monsters predicted them to win.
Gregan, are you the monster?
I mean, I'm always happy to be a correct monster. So I'm going to be voting G2.
This will not be a blowout for every single game, I hope, but Dree's up for the double, can't quite get it. Instead, an unfortunate double tap.
Despite this probably being a faster series than they've ever played in their entire lives. Oh my god, wait a minute!
The team will take this moral victory back to Japan, and no doubt be back stronger than ever at the Winter Major. Number 8. Musty Betrays NRG, with Dazarin brilliantly flying the NA flag in approximately 803 desk segments.
The NA regain is going live, and
There is no way I am having any of this.
I got you on the stream, Bates!
Justin, let that team down, straight up.
You know what? Stop it. I'm getting tired of all the NA slander. You're gonna need to
He thought that one man he could trust to have his back would be NRG super sub Musty, ahead of their quarterfinal against Sandrock Gaming. Turns out though, that just like in most of his predictions, Daz was very wrong.
Daz, can you hear me, Daz?
Yeah, I hear you, Musty. I hear you.
Yeah, North America, they're looking good now. There are only 2 teams left, and I gotta love my boys at NRG, but I saw a YouTube video about Sandrock on my recommended page. It was a really good video.
Yeah.
Going Sandrock on this one.
Oh!
At least he always had his old pal T-Bates on hand to actually back him up.
Tell him, Bates!
Number 7. Senzo's Swansong. Speaking of NRG v Sandrock, what a series this was. Middle Eastern teams have battled way too hard for way too long to choke on the big stage. Sandrock Gaming, who have historically competed on EU servers with a lag disadvantage just to be involved in an event or two, made the most of zero ping parity.
Downfield to try and secure that goal. It turns into another counterattack for Sandrock Gaming.
Oh, man.
At this point, it's over.
But as they began a colossal quarter-final best-of-7 reverse sweep attempt against NRG, perhaps their most intriguing story was this man's.
On the final stage of this tournament, the playoff! Senzo shuts me up with a gorgeous goal!
Senzo had retired earlier in the year, subbed in for Khalid at the LAN, and brought his team to the top 8. Then he promptly went ahead and retired again? What a man, what a story, what a team, what a region. Number 6. old-timers do something new. With 26 out of 48 players here RLCS LAN rookies, not to mention 2 brand new regions. There were plenty of firsts in Sweden, but in round 4 of the Swiss, it was Season 8's legendary finalists that did something that's never before been done at an RLCS event.
How do you stop this attack? RNG gets the 6th one. They're smashing them.
What is happening? Incredible performance! A perfect sweep for NRG!
Vitality's players hold many records, but being the first team to ever be perfect swept at an RLCS LAN is not one they'll be proud of. Number 5. Semper get revenge. Not to call out chat as a bunch of sillies or anything, but 89% of you guys thought Dignitas would beat Semper in the quarters, and all 4 analysts agreed. Oh, it's unbelievable. When these two played in the Swiss, Jorius had put in one of the best RLCS LAN performances of all time, as Dignitas swept Semper to qualify as top seed. But in the quarter-final rematch, Semper meant business. In fact, this Dignitas roster had beaten Semper every previous time they'd played. What they would give to trade in all those wins for one more go at that Game 7.
Sure set! Sure set! Give Semper the lead!
Number 4. First Killer takes NA the EU personally. Day 4 brought the very real possibility of an all-EU final, as Europe triumphed in the second quarterfinals.
Team BDS, they win it 4-2!
And technically the first series as well. Go EU!
Wants to see the ball down, and it clutches into him!
What a goal!
With NA on the ropes, the Vultures were circling. FaZe simply had to stop the rot against Endpoint. 3 games in though, Endpoint looked unstoppable, and even the usually infallible First Killer looked shaken.
But a huge mistake on defense, relating wave the setup from nobody.
I made a mistake and I missed an easy ball, and they scored. And they laughed, and I took that personally, and they just fueled me.
Seiko can't get back to the 50, and FaZe back on offense. Double tap from First Killer off the ground.
Getting the weight of that
So
ball.
risky.
The 2-goal lead now for FaZe. Is it going to be free? Absolutely it is.
FaZe stepping up guaranteed an international final in our first LAN back. And deep down, that's what all of us wanted. Number 3. The end of day montages. Yeah, the Rocket League was cool and all, but anyone who tuned out before the end of day montages missed artsy angles of dirty dangles and great new clips of players roaring after scoring. Speaking personally for a second, at the end of each day we'd gather round in the green room to watch those montages, not just for the gameplay, but also to see our own behind the scenes hijinks that were unexpectedly caught on camera. Let us know in the comments who you think had the best moves and why it was definitely that handsome ginger fella. Number 2. NRG can't stop laughing. The grand final pitted the Season 8 World Champs against the unofficial kings of RLCS X, who just so happened to be making their LAN debut. Seriously, how did we not see that coming? But in the first series at least, the script wasn't the best, and BDS won Series 1 of the set way too easily.
Oh, it might be! Extra! Puts in a double on an undefended net, 3-0. NRG have got a long way back.
3-1 down in Series 2, NRG unleashed their secret weapon. Clearly someone said the funniest thing ever, and Laughy Smiley NRG were a force to be reckoned with.
Now getting a demo isn't enough for NRG to work with! Oh!
In a series that looked all but over, the most relaxed NRG we'd ever seen chuckled their way to a Game 7. Number 1, the winning moment. Spoilers, BDS still won it.
All BDS, and it's BDS again.
Expertly timed from Extra.
Drops down.
What? Whoa!
Mark by 8, Monkey Moon and Extra had dominated throughout Season X, without getting the chance to crown their achievements with a LAN win. Finally, an entire season later, they'd been given their opportunity. And they'd snatched it. The confetti falling marked the true beginning of a new era, not just for now international champions BDS, but for RL Esports as a whole. Rocket League LANs are back, baby, and they're only getting better from here, so make sure you tune in when the winter split begins.